Good morning. How are you today, Qigong practitioners? Did you miss the flow work yesterday? I missed the flow work yesterday. Hi, Begonia. How are you? Hi, Liz. How are you? How's the knee? Who else have we got this morning? It's 10 o'clock. Okay. Morning, Graham. Hi, Jane. How's everything today? So some of you I'm going to see at the weekend for our first in-person general Tai Chi session on Saturday. Okay. Morning, Ron. Next week, I will talk everybody through the next phase. Okay. I'm just waiting for people to log on because I know roughly how much we are usually. Oh, did you, Begonia? That's a very good idea, actually. Yeah, very good idea. I did some Tai Chi in the afternoon with the sword group. I did some Tai Chi and some Qigong with them, so. Yes, we are doing Heaven and Earth today, Begonia. We're going to start with the 12 rivers first and get our energy going. And then we're going to do a full Heaven and Earth. So I'll explain to you the last part of Heaven and Earth set, and then we're going to do a full set. Yeah, no, I'm very excited about it too, Begonia. I know, Jane. I mean, I'm gonna write you a message, Jane, about the upcoming changes and stuff. Okay, so fear not. In fact, now that we're about 9, there's gonna be an interim, morning Ruth, an interim period of a couple of weeks at the beginning of August, waiting to see if things go back or not. And those couple of weeks are going to enable me to get my kids ready for school as well, getting them up in the morning and that sort of thing. So during that interim, I'm still going to be doing the meditation Qigong on the Wednesday evenings. And I'll be doing in-person only session Tai Chi on Monday and Qigong on Wednesday. So if you want to book for any of those, you need to book with me because there's few places, okay? And after that 2-week of interim, that's what I call my holiday. It's not really a holiday, but I'm calling it my holiday. That's why I've got like reduced number of classes for those 2 weeks. And then after that, middle of August, I'm going to reassess the situation, especially regards all the sports centers. And if they're not a go, then I'll be alternating in-person sessions in the park with online Zoom sessions for which you will have to book. Okay, so that's how things are going to pan out, and we'll just keep that going until we can reintegrate our normality. Good morning, Lawrence. How are you? So I hope that's clear enough. If it's not, don't worry. I'm going to be going over it again and again over the next few days so that everybody gets with the thing that I've got in my head. Sometimes, you know, it's very clear in your head, but it's not that easy to pass it on. Okay. Okay. So just now we're going to do our warm up, and then we're going to follow that up with 12 rivers. The dog does not understand why he's not being let out, but of course it is raining, so you can't go outside. Go snooze, go to bed, go sleep. He doesn't believe me. Okay. So welcome back, and we're going to do our little warm up, and then we're going to dig straight into the 12 rivers. And then I'll explain to you the end phase of between heaven and earth. So coming back. Going round, tuning into the breath. And back out. So you're relaxing your body, you're starting to sink, you can feel the center of gravity pulling you down, and you're just enjoying relaxing, tuning into that breath and back. So yes, apologies last weekend, I never found that moment to do the full along between heaven and earth, which was a shame. I really tried, but it just wasn't happening. But hey, we're gonna do it today. Other side. And back. And rotating, loosening off the hips. And coming back. Got a very unhappy spaniel there. He does not understand why I'm not letting him out. Anyway, you're participating. You're bearing witness to the whole thing. I hope it's giving you a laugh. Okay, here we go. Working the knees, all the short tissues and all the fascia. And back. And rotating the foot one way and back out. Other side. And back out. Jane, I see you've put something on. I know you're very sympathetic to the spaniel. Hang on. Spaniels like rain. Yeah, I don't like a wet spaniel in my house though. So looking down, looking back. Forward down and back. Forward down and back. Head to balance point and stretch to one side. And switch. 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 Final one, switch. Head to balance point and look over shoulder one. And switch. And switch. 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 And switch. And center. And just activate the core. I'm realizing that I need to probably turn on the light. It's so dark with those rain clouds. Here we go. Okay. So this is just not just activating the core. And I know some of you won't be into the wild animal play, but just know that this is also stimulating for the heart and the pericardium. And it just also gives you a boost of energy. I know I've said this before, but just a little reminder that if you ever feel flat, these are the movements that give you a little bit of a boost. And when you feel you're ready to go deeper, you can bring up the heels. Okay, we're just gonna go left and right. Just gonna do a few of those. It's mostly to train the knees and warm them up properly. You do realize that even though it is the summer, it really does not feel like it. And I find that my knees need extra warming up, you know, compared to when we had all the good weather in April, May, where I didn't feel like I needed the extra warm up necessarily. And now I'm really feeling that, yeah, I need that extra warm up, because even though it's really nice and warm in my house, I am aware that the weather has an impact on how much warm up my knees want and my hips and my ankles. Oh, Jane, you should see him. He's just resigned now. It's quite sad. Okay, so hopefully you're all managing to do these circles. And of course, those of you that are doing the Wednesday weapons class, you know, this is very reminiscent of the circles that we've been doing. So just now we're doing them static. Okay. And I can feel the warmth and then the energy just radiating. So maybe you can feel that with practice, you'll definitely feel that. And you're feeling quite different to when you started 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago. And just now sink into your legs, soft knees, and listen in to your body's activation. And with all this activation from the pericardium, you may feel energy rising up as well from the heart and the pericardium area and up. So just listen in, deploy your listening skills. And just feel the body relaxing little by little, just sinking a little bit more. And you know how much I love my sinking and relaxing. You'll get more out of your 12 rivers if you do this, okay? I'm sure of it. Okay. So if you're well tuned in, and you can feel your activation, that's fine. We're going to get into our 12 rivers. Just give me a second. Okay. I was checking the temperature outside, and of course it's 15 degrees, which is more autumnal than summer, but there you are. It's probably why I'm feeling the need for extra warm-up these days. Okay, so when we're doing the 12 rivers, pay attention to your stances. Follow your hand with the head and with the eyes, because that is activating and stimulating the nerve connections into the spine, okay? And the brain, so it's a brain connection into spine. So just following with the head, not just with the eyes, but with the head, okay? So try to have an eye out for that, morning Marie. And the stances. So stay in your square stances. So if you're there, stay in the stance when you're working the circle and then coming back. Try not to have waggling stances. So I'm trying to think of waggly stance. When you're doing this one, it's easy for people to do this. So we're trying to stay in the stance and to turn from the waist, okay? So there'll be a little bit of entrainment, but there won't be a collapse of the leg, if that makes sense, okay? And feel free to choose the height for your stances, but find them comfortable to challenging, okay? Always comfortable to challenging. Always have a little bit of a challenge. The first horse stance might be higher, and then later on in the form, you may want to sink a little bit, or you may want to do the other way around. Have a lower horse stance at the beginning, and then come a little bit higher. Just know that movements like your kidney meridian movement is really going to benefit from that much deeper horse stance, for example, okay, because the meridian is coming up on the inside of the leg. So if you're in the horse stance, it gets a proper workout, okay? Gets proper, more than workout, it gets proper stimulation, okay? Okay, enough blah, blah, blah from me. Okay, and we're gonna start with a breath in, turn, dragon clears path. I'm gonna let you be masters of your own breathing, because you know the breathing patterns. Making sure that we're staying in the stance. And sinking into the large intestine meridian exercise. Working first side. Keeping that horse stance going, pushing down on the arms as you're at the end of the move. Other side. And again. Okay. Coming up. Breathe in. Breathe out. On the balls of your feet. Really trying to get that stretch for that long meridian that comes round, that comes all the way down the front of your body, for the stomach. Open up a little bit and breathe in and out. Don't forget to reverse the breathing. Breathing in, into the opposite side, and breathe out. Relax into heart meridian. So that last one was the spleen. Into heart meridian, high horse stance. Breathe in, breathe out. Remember, you can do 1 or 2 breaths on this. So try to feel for the alternates of opening and closing in the movement. Open, close, open, close. One more. And we're going to move to punching wind for small intestine meridian. Try to stay in your high horse stance and resist the pull to be standing up. And relax. We're going to go into bladder meridian movement. Bladder meridian, remember, is a long, complex meridian. It splits in the back as well. So it's together up top, then it splits and then rejoins and runs down back to side of the legs, okay, as it goes down. Okay, so breathing in, breathing out, breathe in and out. And again. You should feel the flex in the meridian and you'll feel the activation of the organ as well. Of course, in terms of element, the bladder and the kidneys are the water element. Surprise, surprise. And talking of the kidney, widen your legs and switching sides. Stay in a horse stance. And we're going to go into pericardium. Working that horse stance. The pericardium and triple burners, in terms of element, are fire and water. Going to triple burner. Relax shoulders. And feel the alternance of expansion, contraction, stretching, active and passive. Do one more. Okay, we're going to move into the wood element. With the gallbladder. Remember, the meridian runs down the side. Turning, staying supple. Looking at that back hand. And still staying in the wood element, working the liver. Liver meridian runs up the leg, up the body. And of course, from the movement, you can guess that it runs on the inside of the leg, right? And we're going to come full circle with Dragon Clears a Path again, which is lung meridian. And this is the metal element. One more. And coming in, sinking and listening for a second. What are you feeling after working through the 12 meridians? Just opening the joints so that you can feel the exchanges. Soft on knees, soft shoulders, elbows, wrists. Pulling up from the crown. Okay, breathing in. This will be serving as a cool down exercise. We're just circulating chi through the microcosmic orbit here. So we're absorbing chi into the system, into the big reservoirs. Okay. So, some of you have the map of the meridians. If you wish the map of the meridians, ask me for it. I have a beautiful, it's a very functional map, actually. It's a simplified, very functional map of the meridian. If you want it, just ask me for it. I'm more than happy to email it to you. In terms of elements, if some of you are interested, and we are going to dig deeper when we come back, either on Zoom or in class, we'll be digging deeper into the elements. Just know that in this in this routine, the meridians that are associated with the elements, the lung and the large intestine are metal, the stomach and spleen are earth, then the heart and the small intestine are fire. The bladder and kidney is water. And like I was saying, the pericardium and the triple wormer are a combination of fire, water. And then the last two of gallbladder and liver are wood. Okay. And we'll delve a little bit more into that. Thank you. So yes, we're going to delve a little bit more into this later on, and we'll see what it means. You know, what do the elements mean, and different practices that you can do to actually tune into the elements, which is quite nice. Okay, so just now I'm seeing the time. We better crack on to the between heaven and earth. So the last phase. So just to recap, we stimulate the dantian. We expand our energy out two sides, up and down, and back and forth, okay? Then we're activating the microcosmic orbit both ways. So it's the conception vessel and governing vessel, okay? One's at the back, one's on the front. So we're linking them together, back and forth, working that system. Then we're activating the sash meridian around the waist. And then we're activating the macrocosmic orbit, which has the two linking meridians and the two heel meridians, the yang heel meridian, yin heel meridian, yang linking meridian, and yin linking meridian, okay? And that's the one where we come down and come back up, come down, come back up. And then we do the thrusting meridian with the spirals. Then we do our connecting to heaven and earth. And finally, we are going to have a moment, a few minutes maybe, where we can expand our energy field, our own energy field. And we're breathing in, refreshing ourselves. And then on the breath out, we're taking that fresh chi and just build it into our own energy field. And you may want to visualize your energy field glowing and reinforcing itself, right? And if you find bits of your energy field that are not so glowy, not so sparkly, shall we say, you can do a little sweep. You can focus more energy, more chi. This is the beginning of the bigger work, okay, in Qigong. You can focus more energy into those areas, okay? That's good, Ron. Swing like a tree. I was listening. I like that. Okay, so that is the last part, the 8th part of Between Heaven and Earth. So I'll give you a few minutes to get into this, and I will talk you through it as well. But it's just so that you don't have a big surprise that this is what we're doing at the end of Between Heaven and Earth, okay? All right, so if we get back into our positions, we're just gonna start by focusing. Same as before, relax, sink the chi, soft knees. Slow down and expand your breathing if you can. And you may feel the expansion already in your body, okay? So we're just readying ourselves gently, and then we're going to activate the dantian. So take the little flame and expand to a big glow so that it takes the whole of the cavity, okay? So we're not just talking about the lower dantian, but we're talking about the dantian, which inhabits the whole of the cavity. So you could be breathing into the initial flame, and then as you breathe out, expand. And work it the other way as well. Okay, breathing in, we're going to expand this energy. Breathe out, expand the energy out. Loosen off the neck, breathe in. Breathe out. And again, loosening off, look to the sides. Breathe in. We're going to turn the hands and breathe out. Look up, look down, breathe in. Work in that same side, expanding up and down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Swap the hands. Breathe out. Look up, look down. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. We're going to expand the energy back and forth. Look back, look forward. Stay side on. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. And switch sides and breathe out. Look back, look forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Look back, look forward. Again. Breathe out. Breathe in. Center. Bring the hands down. And microcosmic orbit. Bring the energy up the back and down the front. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, you can pop the tongue on the roof of the mouth to really activate the microcosmic orbit, and you can also pull in the pelvic floor ever so slightly. We're not talking about a big pull here. We're talking just a gentle drawing in of the U-in point. Okay, we're going to reverse the movement, so circulate the energy the other way. Keep your shoulders nice and relaxed. Okay. We're going to activate the sash meridian. So hands in front of the sash. This is my waistline, so you can see I'm about just under the ribs here with the thumbs. This is on my waistline, and then this is about hip level, okay? So breathing in to one side. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're going to reverse, so breathe in. Back where you came from, and breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Into the center. Relax down. Bring the arms up. We're going to activate the macrocosmic orbit. And first we're going to work energy down the front and up the back when we come back up and breathe out. We're going to do a few of those, and then we're going to reverse, okay? So set your intention. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And again. Okay, reverse your intent. Empty down the back and back up the front. Bring your arms down. Nice and slow, still engaged. Turning our attention to the thrusting meridian. And circulate chi in a spiral one way and the other way. And other side. So at this point, you're not taking in chi from earth. You are working your own chi around the thrusting meridian. That's the best way I've got of saying it right now. Okay, the waist. So you're working around that thrusting meridian, which is very central, okay? So circulating the chi one way. And then the other way. Some subtle movements, but as we saw, I think it was last week or 2 weeks ago, they are quite potent. Quite a few people were feeling that quite strongly. And then working it around the arm. So if you look up, it means your shoulders are going to be better able to relax. And just circulating, spiraling the chi. Other side. I'm going to go back so that you can see maybe the arm movement better. And coming back. So remember, it's not just the hand, it's the whole arm. And relax. You're going to work the head. And remember, it's a subtle movement, subtle spiral one way. And then the other way. Now just relax into your body. We're going to do the heaven and earth, okay, the linking in. So what you've done just now is you've stabilized your own energy field and you're able to work with external energy, okay? So just feel that stability. We've activated energy this way, energy going back and forth and up and down. So just sit into that like you're the center of an atom, and then there's things flying over you, spinning around you, energy flying and spinning around you in a stable manner. And we're going to connect to earth and heaven. So remember, you've got in the pelvic floor, you have one point, the UN is connecting you to earth. The feet, the balls of the feet are connecting you. Up here, you've got that wave, which is connecting you through the skull. And then we're going to connect also with the hands. So feel that strong connection with the earth. We're going to expand that, bringing the arms up and feeling the whole connection along the arms as well as the palms. And turning palms up, we're now connecting more strongly towards heaven. So we're lighter this energy. And feel the interaction with that. And then strong interaction with the up, so through the face and the palms of the hand. And coming out, just feel your field strong, expanded. And wrap it up around you. Bring your field closer. Feel very safe and secure. And then connect up again. And you're going to feel forward into your field. And bring the hands in and down. So feeling down. When you're doing your practice, you might want to repeat this 2-3 times, okay? And just now, let your hands just go into their comfortable position. You're standing with your knees soft, tailbone tucked under. You're open, okay? Your spine is being drawn up. And breathe and expand your field as far as is comfortable for you, okay? So we're not looking for anything too dramatic. Somewhere between 1 and 2 meters would be, plenty. We're not looking to go beyond that. Because you've worked the big reservoirs of energy through your body and you've replenished them to some extent with your connection, and you're really open, now is a good time to feel into your field. And then we're going to do the glowing breath. So breathing in, bringing chi, external chi, and then sending it out into the field and just making that field glow brighter. And if there are parts that you notice are not feeling quite right or not glowing as bright, just send focused chi when you're breathing out to these parts. So in your own practice, you may stay here 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, okay? We're probably not going to have the time to stay for 15 minutes, but we're just going to do a little bit more just now. So just stay with that rhythm of taking in chi, and then it circulates through the dantian, gets transformed, and then you can breathe it out into your field. Then to complete the process, I like to bring my field in a little bit to where I'm comfortable for going out into the world and interacting. Because I don't necessarily want my field to be super expanded when I go out into the world and picking up things in everybody else's field, right? So equally, I don't want it just like, 5 inches from me. I'm quite happy to be sort of 1 meter sort of bubble around me. 1 meter, 1 meter 50 for going out into the world is quite good. Okay. And we're going to cool down, and then I'll ask you for your feedback. But I think just now is the right time to cool down. and kidneys. And then you can either brush or tap. And for me, it's the right time to brush. Feels like a good time to brush. Okay. So over the head and going down again. So back, and then the back and outer side of the legs coming round the foot, and then front and inner side of the legs, okay? And then up the body, down the front of the arm, and up the back. Other side, same thing. Over the head and back down. Stimulating the kidneys quickly. And then just breathing for a second. Now your system should feel really good, really optimal right now. Very relaxed. And breathe in and out. Still absorbing any, energy which needs to be reabsorbed into the microcosmic orbit, into this big reservoir of energy. And close the gate. Thank you very much. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you for your feedback. How did you get on and how did it feel? It's exciting. Feel so chilled out now. Even if you thought you were chilled out before you do this, and you're more chilled out. If that makes sense. Not so chilled out, I hope, that everybody's snoozing now. I know, it takes a minute for the feedback to come through as well. So I wait, and then it all comes through at once. And of course, if you have questions about this, you can ask me, because I realize that it might not be obvious for everybody. So for Ruth, it feels amazing, so relaxed yet strong. Yeah. We are going to play with the field, and for those of you that are doing the Qigong meditations, we're going to play with the field, with the expansion, the contraction of the field. Marie says she's tired, but relaxed. She says it's very hot where she is. Oh, you're so lucky, Marie. And Ron says, yes, chilled out. Thank you, Ron. And Lawrence is saying, felt great, really chilled, but energized. And that's usually the feeling we get. Good, Jane. Wonderful, feeling very, very calm. Excellent. Marie doesn't think I want that heat. Yeah, I do. Is that part of a course? Just Google Qigong and find you. Okay, so this is part of, we've been learning this form for the past couple of months, and the 12 rivers, which came before, some of you have been doing this for a year now. So it's part of an ongoing practice, put it that way, Ali. Okay? It's really just part of an ongoing practice. So I'm going to leave those up on YouTube anyway. We're slightly going to be changing. We're still going to be here next week, And then we're going to change our paradigm a little bit. Begonia says, thank you, Jane. And Begonia says, that was so quick. It was fab. I know it went so quickly, and that was, what was it? I think it was nearly half an hour. It was 25 minutes anyway. You have a question. Excellent. Which is the quickest warm-up to do? For heaven and earth? Can I meditate a little, go straight? Or you don't have to do the 12 rivers. No. For between heaven and earth, I'm going to answer in a second. Feeling refreshed, Liz, excellent. So for heaven and earth, if you just do the warm-up that we do with the joint rotation for 5 minutes, 3 minutes, that's fine. Okay, you don't need to do the full 12 rivers. They exist as entities. So you can do the 12 rivers without anything to do with between heaven and earth, or you can do heaven and earth on its own without the 12 rivers. Okay, super, Begonia, thank you. Cool. Anything else? It's quite fortuitous that you Googled Qigong Ali and found us. Okay, so if that's all for today, I'm going to let you go. And I'm going to wish you a very, very nice afternoon. I think it stopped raining, actually. Begonia says, feeling amazing. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you tomorrow for Tai Chi. Most of you for Tai Chi. Yeah, tomorrow. Excellent. Have a beautiful afternoon, you guys. And Thursday is the best day of the week, Jane. I know. It's good. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you. I will try to do a Facebook Live of a follow-along practice of just between heaven and earth at the weekend. I said that last week, didn't I? Bye, Marie. I'll see you very soon. Ruth agrees with Jane. Okay. Thank you very much, Lawrence, as well. Thank you all very much. And I will see you very soon. Okay. Bye.